Well, Malcolm Pryor, here we are at Tok Tok, okay, which is Vanuatu's biggest or the major trade show, the only trade show in a year, in a sense, really. Now, I do talk a lot about that without airlines, these things wouldn't happen, okay? And without Air Vanuatu, this wouldn't happen, and Vanuatu and tourism to Vanuatu wouldn't happen. Now, you're manager Australia, so tell me a bit about Air Vanuatu as an airline and its operations between Australia, say, New Zealand and Vanuatu.
Well, to start with, we are a small airline, but we offer, I dare say, a big airline product. In other words, we have a very good onboard service, we have full-service airline, we have modern equipment, and we offer very frequency, which is one of the key things that any airline tries to deliver. You asked about our schedules. We have 6 flights a week from Sydney to Port Vila and return. We have 3 from Brisbane, one of which goes non-stop to Santo, which is one of the outer islands, which is developing rapidly as a favourite for people to come and see. New Zealand we serve twice a week, and then of course we're in code-share arrangements with other airlines such as Qantas and Air New Zealand. Regionally we operate with our ATR to Numea and to Fiji, and the same ATR services Santo and Tanna at the moment. I've got some good news about developments with our fleet in a second.
Okay, cool. Let's come back to the bigger aircraft is the Boeing 737-800. Okay.
Yes.
So that does the long haul legs, if you like, or the longer haul legs between Australia and so on. So the volume business, I suppose, and the question I'm going to ask in a minute, but the volume business comes into Port Vila. But I heard that the loads into Santo are incredibly high at the moment.
Well, they're never as high as we would like because we're in the airline business and that's the way we think. But I have seen progressive growth both on the direct international services and on the domestic services to Santo. But the non-stop direct flight to and from Brisbane is being very well supported at the moment. We're very happy with the numbers there.
Okay, cool. So, and then, so people flying into Port Vila, okay, so if they want to stay just in Ifate and in Port Vila and the resorts there, that's a lot of them do that, and they go to, some of the resorts on Ifate and so on. But increasingly so, and you mentioned it before about the services on the ATRs now to some of the islands, they're increasing in volume as well, and more travellers going out to these islands.
They are, and the good news is that we are acquiring a second ATR 72-500, which should be online quite soon. We're anticipating late September to bring it into service, and it's been painted in our livery right now. That's going to allow us to offer much better connections to international services and much better frequency, including better arrival and departure times, obviously, and that will help us support Santo and Tanna, and as other airports eventually become capable of receiving that larger aircraft, then it will enable us to increase our services to other outer islands too.
Sure. So in terms of Australia and New Zealand, are most of your sales through the travel agency network?
It's a mixture. We have seen the distribution network change for us. Yes, the answer is that we're still very heavily dependent upon travel agencies to support us, and consequently we support them. In other words, we offer levels which are compatible with what we offer directly to our consumers. We have seen a shift towards online bookings, and I think that's a common phenomenon with most airlines. We've upgraded our website. We offer much better facilities. You can change your booking online. There are a number of things which you can do which 2 or 3 years ago would not have been even thinkable. But yeah, in the end we are still rely very heavily on our support from our friends in the travel agencies and in the wholesale.
Sure. Are you code-sharing with anybody?
We code-share with Qantas. We operate all the services to and from Australia to Vanuatu that are part of the code share, but Qantas has a code share on each and every one of those flights. We also code share to and from New Zealand with New Zealand.
So does that mean that people can book through the Qantas system, or a travel agent can book through the Qantas system and book through to, say if they're coming from a regional location in Australia or whatever, and they can book straight through the Qantas system and straight through to Port Vila or to Santo?
Absolutely, they can do that, but they can also do that directly with us. In
Yes,
other words,
yes.
it works either way.
Oh, I see. So you've got the connection from I don't know, Adelaide, say.
Exactly, we have through fares from Adelaide. And a bit of news, we are finalising an arrangement with Jetstar as well,
Okay.
so that by the end of September, and possibly even earlier, we will be able to offer through fares from just about every point within Australia that Jetstar services, as well as in New Zealand through Christchurch and other
Yep.
points like that.
And through the Jetstar network in New Zealand, of course, which is very strong.
Absolutely.
So in terms of your URL and the website, so where can people find out more information about Air Vanuatu?
It's easy to remember, www.airvanuatu.com.
Brilliant. Well, Malcolm, thank you for your time today, and thank you for flying us here to Port Vila. And also, I went on the ATR to Santo. Fantastic service.
Good to hear.
45-minute flight, great aircraft, and full to the roof.
Good to hear. Good to
Fantastic.
hear, and that's why we're getting a second one.
Thank you, Malcolm.
Thank you.